This is Mandala Ravi, National Head from Helios and Matheson IT Limited. So the Helios and Matheson is an IT company which is established in 1991 based out of Chennai. So Helios started its operations in US, Singapore and India. So Helios is a very strongest in IT and IT services for the most of the clientele in the global level. So we are very strong in BFSI, retail and manufacturing sectors, whereas we are able to provide for last several years for some of the top clients in terms of this application development, maintenance, managed services. So similarly, all the IT services we are very strong in serving to the global clientele. Whereas keeping in view of the strong IT services background, company is entered way back 10 years back, entered into corporate training, and we have addressed almost 100 clients in terms of the corporate training, in terms of induction program as well as the lateral hire programs. So organization like Accenture, TCS, E&Y, Sony, Philips. So such a prestigious organization, Helios and Matheson, has given the extraordinary the training activities for the client what is required, even for the niche technologies. So we are very strong in the niche technologies, and whatever the client demands in any kind of high-end technologies, Helios was in position to deliver, and we have delivered and keep going on. In the year 2013, in the month of April, we have initiated the government vertical from the Helios, keeping in view of the national interest as well as the kind of the programs, particularly in the skill development initiative, the way how government is looking in the government of India as well as state governments are contributing towards the youth to make them employable and to give the better skill to make them employable in the different sectors. So Helios and Matheson, even management decided to enter into the government space, particularly in the government of India. So that way we have initiated this government initiative in the year 2013 in the month of April. And in order to do the government initiative, we also thought of taking initiative with the skill development initiative, and then we just wanted to move towards the e-governance project implementation in the pan-India. So we would like to be part with the government to set the highest standard of e-governance by giving the turnkey project implementation in the government sector. So with this initiative, we have already initiated the skill development initiative in the month of April. We have partnered with the government of AP, particularly in the GHMC, that is the city limits, that is the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation. So we wanted to train 1500 candidates before March. Out of that, already 250 plus candidate has been trained, and we are in the process of providing the skill opportunity for all these candidates, which has been committed to the government of AP with the GHMC. And another important thing is that Helios and Matheson is working with the three sectors in the skill development initiative. One is BFSI, that is a banking, finance, insurance sector, and then second one is the ITS sector, whereas here we will be catering the IT related courses like a computer assistant and IT help desk assistant and BPO non-voice and voice based operation, etc. And the third one is the retail program, whereas we will be doing a lot of the telesales and kind of sales kind of program peak, and so that the candidates will be able to join in the big bazaars, central, such a kind of the bigger stores where they will be able to go and join the such a kind of jobs. So in these three sectors, we would like to penetrate in the big way, and a few other departments like Minorities Corporation, MEPMA, in AP, and similarly, we are trying to partnering with the NSDC, that is the most reputed and apex body, the Government of India, National Skill Development Corporation. So we are trying to partner with NSDC to expand our wings pan-India level to cater this kind of skill development initiative in various state government as well as the Government of India initiatives. So in that process, already we are in the process of making it NSDC partnership, and also we are working out with Karnataka government some 2 to 3 department initiatives, and Kerala also we are at fag end to finalize 1 or 2 department, and we have initiated with Tamil Nadu government. Similarly, we would like to go ahead with the other government departments in northern region as well as northeastern region. So this is the one part that where we would like to take it forward and to give the quality training for the unemployed youth, to uplift the employment for the below poverty level community in rural and urban areas, and to make them employable, and so that they can just see their lives settle well. So that is the kind of motto where government is planning for that, and we are in line with the government initiative, and we would be part with that. And in the next 2 to 3 years span, we wanted to train at least 3 to 4 lakhs of youth pan-India level to make them employable. So this is the major, our objective in the skill development part. Whereas another thing is, the most important thing is southern part of the country, more particularly, there are so many engineering colleges, whereas we are able to see more engineers are unemployable from the campus, and we are also having a dialogue with the government to start with, more particularly with the pilot, and how best we can make these engineers also employable. We have designed the program and we have submitted to the government. We are in the process of making it, even for the engineers. And as Helios is IT services as a strong background, and we have largest clientele, all IT companies, we are also discussing with the different IT companies and how we can bridge that gap and how we can make our engineers employable. So that is the major one, and we would like to be the special in this space, and we would like to showcase that Helios is the best in this engineering. We would like to take that as a challenging task. That is another one initiative where we are looking out. So, and definitely we are going to make it happen, and the kind of discussions are happening with IT company side as well as the government side, and definitely within a short span we are going to make it happen, start with the pilot batch. This is coming to the skill development initiative. Now, over the period, and we are also trying to, as now initially I said, in the government vertical, we are not only sticking to the skill development, and we also wanted to be part with the maximum turnkey projects where we wanted to do the e-governance project implementation, where it is going to be useful for the public and with very high e-governance standards. So that is the reason we are also trying to partner with organization like Kionics, that is a Karnataka government department, and another one is the ITI Limited, that is also another Government of India organization which is in Bangalore. So we are also trying to partner with them to go for the bigger projects, whereas in the networking and the software development, it's a turnkey project implementation. So we are in the process of making for the next step to go for the e-governance project, turnkey project implementation in any of the state government or central government, where all there is a possible opportunities to enter in. So this is another area where we are looking eagerly. So with that, what is happening is, slowly the candidates, even the engineers, can be inducted more and more into our own projects. That is also another idea, wherein I just wanted to take more and more domestic projects, our Indian government and state government projects in the e-governance, so that one way for the skill development to public, whatever we are giving, for them we will be also one way. So not only just sending to the other companies, I can also employ more and more people, particularly in this domain. So that is how I am just trying to make it as a e-government, this government initiative, to start with skill development and to go with high standards of e-governance to implement the turnkey project implementation. And another important thing is that we are also now going ahead with the Director General Employment and Training, Government of India. There is a vocational training provider there is a scheme, model or employable scheme. We have already partnered in Tamil Nadu, the Karnataka. This is the government of India. We need to go with the statewide. Karnataka already we have initiated. Now in AP also we are initiating. Tamil Nadu also we have initiated. Now we are planning to add the centers in South, only South as a VTP, and we are planning to add by this November 15th 60 centers. By March end, I just wanted to see 150 centers, training centers in the skill development initiative under vocational training provider government of India. 150 plus centers is our target. So by March 2014. So with that, we can able to do more and more skill development initiative for the youth, even for the ongoing students, those who are doing the engineering space, even some of the programs like high-end program like Java, software testing, such a kind of programs we wanted to extend for the students under the VTP model, that is vocational training provider model under DGNT. So, and another the most important thing is that there is one reputed institution, National Institute of Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises, that is in short NIMSME, so which is in Yusufgooda, Hyderabad. So we also join hands with the NIMSME to do more and more skill development initiative in rest of the all the anywhere in the country. Now in fact through NIMSME we are trying some 2 to 3 bigger programs at Government of India. So we partnered with NIMSME. NIMSME is the comes under MSME Ministry, Government of India. So this is another angle where we are also join hands with the NIMSME and going ahead in the big way for the skill development initiative. So these are the basically the plans which we are working out. We have our internal team and we are developing excellent courseware what is required for the VTP or any kind of skill development in these 3 sectors. So as of now we are into these 3 sectors and this engineering space, and otherwise in future we may think of some other sectors like healthcare etc., but it is yet on cards. But otherwise as of now we are going ahead with these 3 sectors, and once if NSDC tie-up gets over, then our we may go bit very speedy manner in expansion in the other even states etc. That is what the kind of plan which we are working on. So this is the major the area where we are looking and how we are looking into this government space. And being an IT company, we are also trying to implement all the automation of the system. Like for example, I have 150 centers. I wanted to control over the IT implementation. We wanted to develop internal system. That is where I can have on day to day what's happening at every center, the kind of clutches, controls what we are going to do it. That's nothing but once again the governance, corporate governance we wanted to implement. And every center need to follow the guidelines whatever stipulated by Helios as well as the Government of India or government, whichever department which we are tying. And apart from that, the most important thing is that we are also working with a different organization for the more to show the more placement opportunities even in the degree space as well as the engineering space. That is the most important activities going on. That is the back end of our program. So that way, and we have the placement team and we have the delivery team and we have the marketing team, and that is how we are just going ahead in the phased manner and in the systematic manner and to deliver the quality training and skill set for the youth to uplift their whatever employment opportunities and to eradicate the poverty levels etc. across the youth. So that is a major objective of the government, and we join hands with the same, and definitely we are sure that we are going to reach our Helios Matheson offices. We are operating at all the major cities like Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad. Our Hyderabad regional office, this is the office where now we are operating. This is at Jubilee Hills. But whereas this skill development initiative, we have centers. Now as of now in the city, we have at 6 locations. 6 locations. Amirpet, Chandanagar, Jubilee Hills, Dilsukh Nagar, Secunderabad. And now we are adding some more centers, that is one more at Amirpet because of the demand, Amirpet, and then at Vanasthalipuram, another one is at ECIL Crossroads. So we are now adding another 4 and we are going ahead with the 10 centers, particularly under GHMC limits as far as the centers are concerned. Now coming to the process, our marketing team will go into this all the areas where identified by the government authorities and joining hands with the government authorities and making the groups and that particular location, and then we will be doing that initial kind of screening kind of thing, how candidate has got interest and what is his qualification, where he will be able to fit in, which kind of course, because we have three areas. As I already told that we are into the banking sector, banking and insurance sector, second is ITITS sector, and third one is the retail sector. So keeping of his qualification, our team will just talk to him and finalize that where he is interested, what is his interest level, what is his qualification, and where he will be able to fit in after our training. So that's what the assessment will be done, our team along with this government official, and once if that is decided, now after doing 2 to 3 groups or 3 to 4 group counseling, then finally when we are getting 30 size batch and 40 size batch for a particular program, then what happens is that the same documentation will be verified by the government for every student, so whether he is eligible youth or not, like that. And once that is confirmed, then the students will be reporting at our center, that nearest center. That is the reason why we have connected at 10 centers at 10 location, because we don't want to make trouble the student all the way to come to Jubilee Hills from ECI Crossroad. That is how we do the packets, and we will identify nearby areas, and then we will form a batch. There itself we will start a batch. So that is how we are identifying the skills and what is the requirement of the student. That is the process what we follow. And then once if we put on to that center, then as usual our training session plan, PPTs, and whatever faculty need to deliver and all, we have the standardized content. And once if he takes care of all this delivery, and after the 2 months he will be perfectly eligible for the getting of the job in the sectors where we are showing. So that is how we are working out the model. And similarly, if we are going for the another department like MEPMA, or minorities which we are working out, we have already started the locations. That is which I told about vocational training providers, where we are registering in the Government of India site. So we have almost 22 centers has been finalized. So all these centers will be ready. Once now here these 2 departments says that to start at this particular location, there we will go, and once again there our marketing team will take care of this mobilization of the youth once again. Similarly at the district officials, where the district official will support there, and then once again form a batch and we will start the thing. Everything will be entered into the system, and that is a foolproof system where government is following. So once everything is perfect, then only the approvals will be happening, and then we continue to do training, then only we will be able to get the payments also. That is how we follow the process. And down the line, if you look out for every center, we will have some minimum of 3 to 4 faculty and 1 center in charge. So that means that way 10 centers means 40 to 50 people, and everywhere 1 or 2 marketing people. So as of now, around 25 to 30 people are working in the Hyderabad city limit centers, and apart from the heads who are operating is around 78, who takes care is the deliveries 1 person, and technical content 1 person, and then placements 1 person, and then talking to the particularly government officials, and then interacting with them, and ensures that which has entered in the system whether he has verified or not. So these are all will be handled by 1 head. So like that, we have the different kind of sections where that manager will be taking care of all these things, and I will be reviewing, and sometime on daily basis and sometime on weekly basis as a national head. So with all the heads, overall I have the regional heads. Even if I go to Karnataka, and I will be putting on the similar line, and I will be discussing what is happening there. So that is how we will be reviewing. That is a minimum. These days we are just because of it just started newly, and I am almost daily I am in touch with all my project heads and ensure that what is happening at every center. That's how we are having the controls over the delivery part. As of now, we are with the GHMC as well as this MEPMA and all. As you said that it is limited to the city limits and town limits or municipal. I am fully with you, because the rural is the most important thing where we need to cover. But of course, here we are also talking to the rural department. We may go in the second phase, but otherwise already we are with the MORD, that is the Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India, is now doing through the Karnataka state government, where is almost about to close by this month end, for the 2000 candidate rural youth we are going to train. So that is the reason, even in the rural areas also, we are working out in that model, and definitely government is really, you take any government, AP government or even Karnataka government, and whichever, I worked now recently, and really they are very supportive, because everybody has got a motto. That is the one way we need to really appreciate, and government also is supporting to make these programs are successful. As long as organizations are doing very good job in terms of the quality delivery, and providing the good opportunities, and really officials are really encouraging, and that's a good sign. That's what which I have observed in my interaction with the officials and everywhere. Coming to the qualitative institutions and organization will have a very good name and kind of base in the government sector, whereas they will support very well in terms of the government officials. That is what how we can take this initiative forward, and that way we are making it successful, and maybe by this March you can see the good numbers, where into the, even in the rural also, like we are initiating at the MORD, whichever it is about to sign now in the government of Karnataka, then slowly we will come to the even AP rural development. Yes, we are very confident we can able to give the best quality even for the rural. Now, because of that, the big challenge is identifying the right youth for the programs is becoming a big challenge for the organizations like us particularly. Though we are giving ads, though we are giving with local campaign, all the sort of marketing stuff people are doing, but because of this impact on the student, that is youth, so not showing such a interest, so that is the reason right candidate getting into this is a finding very tough situation. That is the one thing which we are trying to say, that the bigger challenge. That is the first part. Second part, retaining the student is very important, which is the biggest challenge we are facing, and identifying the youth is also the challenge. These two are the major challenge. That is the reason, in fact, government is doing post-placement survey after 3 months also. To that extent it has gone, but more particularly in AP. And maybe, of course, now other states are also following the similar thing now. Otherwise, those days up to the placements, the total money used to get to the organization from government. But now, there is a part of the amount, it is going up to the third month from the date of the offer you have given. That means, whether if he is there for 3 months and after third month, no, he is going and verifying, then only he is going to release the third, whatever portion amount which has been agreed in the agreement. So, what I am trying to say, the challenge is only this, retention of the candidate, because up to giving the best skill and providing jobs is definitely organization can do. But the challenging is that keeping him there for 3 months or 6 months or 1 year, that is a bigger challenge for the organization, because that is not in our full control. Though we have given the qualitative training, though we have given the qualitative training, though we have given the best job, but keeping him there for 3 to 6 months is whichever thing, that is the big challenging for us. And initially mobilization of the right youth is also finding very, very tough situation. We are eagerly looking. Coming to the skill development initiative, Kionics, that is a Karnataka government body, we are working out with the bigger project with the 2 to 3 departments through Kionics, that is which is in pipeline, about to finalize shortly. The kind of programs what we have given, the kind of deliverables which we have promised them, and it was impressed up to the minister level and secretary level, and it is on cards now, about to finalize shortly, maybe within another 10-15 days higher side by the October end or November first week. And then this the most important and awaiting is the NSDC partnership. Once if that partnership gets through, and we are going to expand our wings in all the parts of the country, so we are eagerly waiting, and that also hope that November month or somewhere we are expecting to close. And another most important thing, we are also working out NSDC STAR program. This is another initiative has taken up by the STAR, this NSDC and skill sector councils, Government of India. So we are part of that, and that is going to be a big ticket item, and there also we are trying to partner with them, and it is in process. And then apart from that, Tamil Nadu we are trying to have some 2 good accounts. So these are the, as of now, immediately finalization of in the skill development initiative, the bigger account. And of course with NIMSME and Government of India, we are working with 2 departments and the bigger accounts, that is also bigger account. So with that, I am sure that the skill development initiative, as per our plan, the next 2 to 3 years, that 3 to 4 lakhs we are going to achieve the kind of base which we have put in, and the kind of accounts and department where we are working on, and definitely these are the main things in the pipeline. And apart from that, with the same Kionics as well as the ITI Limited, Government of India, we are working with some of the e-governance project at Government of India level under Ministry of IT, and that is in fact it's a bigger one, 100 plus kind of crores of project, like that's the e-governance project. And similarly, we are also trying for the Karnataka state government some of the IT project implementation. And then apart from that, yesterday only we had a discussion on one of the Bihar government. There is a one very high project, total ERP implementation, everything. It's a turnkey project from setting up the system till the end user training. So all software development, everything integrated, comprehensive system. There's also crores of order, and so like some 3-4 orders which we are trying to. It's not that no directly bidding, and so what we are trying to say is that no, we are partnering with the consortium partner with the government organization like ITI Limited or Kionics, and bidding for those project, and definitely we are sure that at least 1 or 2 project we may bag within this financial year. And once if we are going to see, then our e-governance project also will come onto the track. That is the another the most important thing where I am looking after this skill development. And for skill development, team and all set ready, and so they will be on the job. And once we move to this e-governance bigger project, and definitely our presence in almost all the state governments or central government, I would like to be there. And that is the motto, that in the next 3 years we wanted to cater the best to all the government in terms of the skill development as well as the e-governance initiative.